Hello yogis, thank you for joining me on the mat today. We're going to be working through a lovely restorative yoga flow. So let's begin on our backs today in a corpse pose. So just lying down, relaxing your arms to your sides, palms facing up. Slight tuck in the chin to lengthen the back of your neck. Closing the eyes, relaxing all the muscles in your face and taking a few cleansing breaths in through the nose and sighing it out through the mouth. Noticing your belly rising on the inhale, taking those full belly breaths and sighing it out. A few more times in through the nose. And setting it free. And just one more nice deep breath. And deep breaths in and out through your nose unless your nose is blocked. Relaxing the fingers and the toes. Scanning your body from head to toe, noticing any tension that you're holding on to. Breathing into that space. Drawing your attention inwards as you let go of any distractions, external or internal. Focusing on this present moment. This time that you've carved out for yourself. And then opening the eyes. Squeezing your right knee towards your chest. Moving your shoulders down, shoulders away from the ears, and lifting your forehead up towards the knee. Notice if the shoulders are hunching, relax. Awareness in your left toe so the foot isn't collapsing to the side. Notice if there's any tightness in your hips. And releasing the leg, changing sides, squeezing the left knee towards your chest. And lifting the forehead up to meet the knee. Don't worry about how far away your forehead is from the knee. And lowering the left foot down so the left knee is bent. Relaxing down onto your back, straightening the right leg up, reaching what you can, the calf, the ankle. Straighten the leg, squeezing the leg towards you gently, no force, no sharp stabbing pains. Elbows moving out to the sides. You can also use a strap in this pose if you need to give your arms some extra length. Stretching out the hamstrings, flexing the toes, and then pointing the toes and just noticing the different sensation as you flex and point. And changing sides, lower the right foot down with the knee bent, left leg straight. Squeezing the leg towards you, flexing the toes. Keep bringing yourself back to the breath, using the breath as your anchor and pointing the toes. Knowing when to back off, when to push through. And relaxing the leg down. Hugging both knees into your chest, a nice gentle squeeze. And holding onto your knees, rolling the knees in a circle as you keep your legs together, massaging the glutes and your lower back. Full belly breaths, in and out through the nose. the softness between the eyes, changing the direction of your circles. And then straightening out both legs, full body stretch, interlock your fingers, push your palms away from you over the head. Point the toes, feel the stretch in your sides, in between the ribs. Allow the breath to flow freely. And then like a palm tree, leaning over to one side, moving the shoulders down, looking up to the ceiling, still pushing those palms away from you. And moving over to the other side, knowing you can take cleansing breaths whenever you want, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Coming back to center, bending the knees, holding the back of your thighs, tucking your chin and rocking yourself up to seated, legs crossed. Place the hands in front of you to roll over the ankles, or just making your way into this position on your shins, knees together, hips sinking down and back, and then crossing your arms, resting the forehead down on your arms. Cleansing breath. Letting go of all that doesn't serve you right now. Lowering your elbows down, fingers pointing up, elbows shoulder width apart, place the palms of your hands together, raise the forehead down, and start to move the hands back over your head. Feel the stretch in the back of your arms, your triceps and the shoulders. Stretching the arms out and walking them over to one side, forehead moving down towards the mat. Crawl the fingers away from you. Really breathing into each pose. And walking the hands over to the other side. Coming back to center, walk the hands towards you, moving your knees slightly out to the side, still sitting back on your heels, placing your right hand down on the mat, bending your left elbow as you place your left hand behind your head, and as you press into the mat, looking up towards the ceiling, feel the twist in your upper body. And changing sides, left hand down, right hand behind your head, looking up towards the right. And release, lifting the hips, puppy pose. Knees underneath your hips, feet in line with the knees, so there's space between your feet. For this pose, you want to try and keep your hips directly over the knees as you stretch the arms forward, hands shoulder width apart, lowering either the forehead down or the chest and the chin down to deepen the pose. And just checking back to see that your hips are still over the knees, so you don't look like this and you don't look like this. So keep that straight angle. Squeezing out tension in the shoulders, correcting posture. Holding for 3 more breaths. And lifting yourself up as you come into a tabletop position, wrists underneath your shoulders, knees still underneath the hips, cat-cow. As you inhale, tuck the toes, arching the back as you lift your hips up, shoulders back looking forwards. On the exhale, untuck the toes, round the spine, draw your tailbone down, chin to chest. Inhale, tucking the toes, arching the back, drop the belly. Exhale, tops of the feet down, rounding the spine. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. And last time. Inhale. And exhale. Stepping your feet back, coming into a plank pose. Heels moving forwards over the toes, shoulders staying over the wrists, pushing those hands down, knuckles pressing down. If you need to do this pose on your knees, that's fine. Breathe. Moving the heels over the toes, shoulders over the fingers, chaturanga all the way down, elbows stacked over the wrists. Try to get your chest and hips to touch down at the same time. Untuck the toes. Inhale, rolling the spine up to cobra. Press the hands down. Pull them towards you, elbows in at your sides as you gaze forward, engaging the glutes. Breathe. Exhale, lower the chest. Locust pose, reaching the arms back, palms facing each other. Lift the legs, point the toes, lift the chest, strengthening those back muscles, engaging those glutes. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crossing the arms, rest the head down on your arms, relax. And sliding the hands to either side of your chest. So coming into that cobra, elbows in, lifting the chest nice and high, shoulders away from the ears, and bend the knees, feet together, point the toes, move the heels as close towards you as you can, gently engage the glutes. Holding here or looking up to the ceiling. Deep breaths. And relax. Tucking the toes, pressing those hands down as you lift your hips up to a down dog, either on your knees first or all the way up, working those heels down. Feet hip width apart, spread the fingers, knuckles down, fingertips pressing down. Feel your kneecaps lifting as your quads engage, drawing the belly in and up to the diaphragm. Armpits turning to face the toes, looking between the legs or your navel. Deep breaths. In and out through the nose. And lowering down into your knees. Thread the needle. I'll do my left hand first, but you can do your right so that you can see me. So lower the hand down, slide it underneath the arm, lowering down into your shoulder and the side of your head. If you're facing me, place the left hand down next to your face with the elbow pointing straight up, stacked over your wrist. Pressing that left hand down as you look up to the ceiling. If it's not accessible, just look to the side. And pressing yourself up, changing sides, threading the opposite arm underneath, palm facing up, lower down into the shoulder, the side of your head, hand pressing against the mat next to your face, elbow pointing up, gently push the hand down as you look up to the ceiling. And pressing yourself up back to your tabletop, balancing table, right arm forwards next to the ears, looking down, knees still under the hips, then stretch your left leg back, lower the left hip down to keep your hips squared, draw the ribs in, deep breath. If you lose your balance, it's okay, just come back in. And changing sides, right hand down, left leg back, left arm forwards. Top of the left foot pressing down for balance, leveling the hips, pushing away from the mat, belly in and up to the diaphragm. And lower the leg and the hand down, tuck your toes, lift those hips to your down dog, stretch it out. If your back is rounding, rather bend the knees to keep the back straight. Keep sending the energy down into the heels towards the mat. Your heels will touch eventually over time. Patience is key. Right leg back and up, three-legged dog. Straighten the leg, point the toes. Looking towards your left toes, armpit still facing the foot. Up onto the left toe, squeeze the right knee into your chest to step forwards for a low lunge. Bring the foot between your hands if you need to crawl the foot forward or carry it forward. Lower the back knee down, untuck the back toes. Pressing those hands down. If you can't reach, you can be on your fingertips or have your hands on blocks. Straighten out the back, neck in line with your spine. Sinking the hips down. Try to slide the left foot further back. Reaching your arms up, hands shoulder width apart. Looking between the hands. If you lose your balance, look forwards. Hold here, all palms together, leading with the fingers up and back. Lift the chest. Soft eyes. Palms coming down to your chest. Elbows out to the sides. Twisting to your right to bring the left elbow over the knee, right elbow pointing up. Pressing into the knee to deepen your twist as you look up to the ceiling. And turning forwards, left hand down, wrist under shoulder, right arm straight up, palm facing away from you, looking up to the ceiling. And lowering the hand down, half split walk the hands back, straighten the front leg. Peel those toes up as you flex the foot. You can have your hands on blocks if you need the extra height. Straightening out the back, press the heel down and gently dragging it towards you, leveling your hips. Keep the toes flexed, deep breath in. On your exhale, lowering the forehead and the chest down. Keep pulling the heel gently towards you. Keep the toes flexed, belly in. This is a great hamstring stretch. If you suffer from piriformis, sciatica in the nerves, And lifting the chest, rocking your hips forward, hands back to either side of your foot, straighten out your left ankle. And stepping back to your down dog, tuck the toes, send the foot back, stretch it out. Changing sides, left leg, back and up, three-legged dog. Up onto your right toes, squeeze the knee in for your low lunge, stepping the foot forward between the hands, lower the right knee down, untucking the back toes. Straighten the right ankle, placing pressure on the big toe side of the foot. Neck in line with your spine. Sinking those hips down. And reaching the arms up. Lifting the chest, looking between the hands or forwards if you need to. Holding here or palms together, lead the fingers up and back in a gentle back bend. And lowering the hands to your chest, palms still together, elbows out to the sides, twisting to your left. Right elbow over the left knee, left elbow pointing up, looking up to the ceiling. Hold. Breathe. Turning forwards, place the right hand down, wrist under your shoulder. Left arm all the way up, stack the shoulders, point the fingers up to the ceiling, looking up if you can. And lowering that left hand down. Half split, walk the hands back to either side of your left knee, straighten the left leg, flex the toes, pull the heel towards your elbows in, belly in and up. Deep breath in on your exhale, forehead down towards the shin. And just straightening this left leg as much as you can. If your knee's bent, it's okay. Using those blocks under the hands if you need them. Shoulders away from the ears. And rocking the hips forward, hands back to either side of your feet. Sink those hips down, lengthen the spine, straighten the right ankle and foot. And stepping back to your down dog, tuck the back toes, send the left foot back. Deep breaths, take a nice cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Right leg back and up, three-legged dog. Straighten the arms, press the knuckles down, pushing away from the mat. Look to those left toes. Up onto your left toes, squeeze the knee in for a pigeon pose. So bring the knee towards the right elbow and lower the knee and the shin down. So the shin and the top of your foot are pressing down. Slide the left foot back, untucking the toes. Hands to either side of you again. Use blocks if you need the props. Level your hips. You don't want your right glute sinking down so that you're all lopsided. You want to keep the back straight, hips level. Proud chest. Straighten the back foot so it's not at an angle. Checking to see that your left ankle is in line with the left hip. And sweeping it off, stretching out the arms, resting the forehead down. Keep awareness in the right hip so the glute doesn't collapse. Level hips, straight spine. Deep breath. Take a nice cleansing breath.
Holding for 5 more breaths. Take your time to move through them.
And walking the hands towards you as you lift the chest. Holding this pose, or bend the left knee as you bring the heel close towards you. Ground the right hand down. Reaching back with your left hand towards the top of the foot as you hold the top of the foot, guiding the heel towards you. If you can place the hand on top of the toes, moving the fingers to face forward with the elbow moving up. Again, notice if the right glute is collapsing down. Keep it off the mat so the hips are level. And then chest moving forwards. If you can slide the toes, otherwise just hold this pose. Slide the toes into your elbow crease and then interlocking your hands together. And releasing the hands, lower the leg down with control. Tuck the back toes, step back to your down dog. Stretch. Changing sides, left leg back and up, three-legged dog. Lengthening from head to toe. Up onto your toes, squeeze the knee in for your pigeon pose. Left knee towards left elbow. Lower the shin and the top of the foot down. Untucking the back toes as you slide the leg back. Ankle in line with your hip. Hands to either side. Level those hips down as you sink the glutes down. Proud chest. One of my favorites. And sleep it off. Reach the arms forward. Sinking the chest down, relaxing the forehead down towards the mat, cleansing breath. Level hips. Level shoulders. Focusing on the alignment in your body. Never sacrificing the alignment to deepen a pose. And walking the hands towards you, lifting the chest. Holding here or bending the right knee as you bring the heel closer towards you. Ground the left hand down, reaching back with your right hand, holding the top of the foot as you move the heel close towards you. Maybe the hand on top of the toes with the fingers moving forwards and the elbow pointing up. Just doing what you can. Holding here, or slide the toes to the elbow crease, reaching the hands towards each other, interlocking the hands together. Breathe. And release. Just letting the left hip fall all the way down to the mat, bringing the right leg forwards and turning to face knee. Gomukhasana pose, right knee stacked in line with the hip, facing forwards, stepping the left foot over. You want to try and line up your knees as much as you can with the knife edge of your feet down, both feet flex, lower your left hip down towards the mat. And just holding those ankles, back straight. Reaching your right arm up. Bend the elbow, reach back with your left hand. Try to interlock the fingers together. You can also use a strap in this pose, or you can just reach those fingers towards each other. Back of the head pressing against the arm. Space between your chin and your chest. Releasing the hands, right arm under the left for Eagle Arms Garudasana. Wrapping the right hand around, so you can either have the back of your hands pressing together, fingers pointing up, or take those right fingers towards you and just the fingers touching the base of your hand, pointing up. Feel the stretch in between your shoulder blades, back is still straight. Pressing that right hip down. And unraveling the arms, interlock your hands together behind your head. Keep your back straight as you tuck the chin, squeeze the elbows towards each other. Just a little bit of pressure on the back of the head. And release, changing sides. Left knee down, in line with the hip, step the right foot over. If this is what yours looks like, that's fine, but eventually you want to work towards stacking those knees, leveling out the feet, flexing the toes, knife edge of the feet down, pressing down on the right side of your hip. Cleansing breath. Eagle arms, left arm up, bend the elbow like you tapping your back, patting your back. Right arm back, fingers interlocked. Space between the chin and chest. Belly in and up. And breathe. Releasing the arms, left arm under right, eagle arms, back of the hands together, fingers up, or left fingers to the base of the inside of your palm. Connecting with your breath. Releasing the hands, interlocking the hands behind your back, tucking the chin in, squeeze the elbows in, keep your back straight. And releasing the hands, unraveling your legs as you make your way onto your shins. Rabbit pose. Knees together, feet together, tops of the feet down. Cupping your hands as you hold your heels, tucking the chin to rest the very top of the head down. So you don't want to be on your forehead, that puts strain on the neck. Very top of the head down, lifting the hips up, off of the calves. Holding here, or interlock your hands together. Palms pressing together, straighten the arms and stretching the hands over the head. And lowering the hands down, gently sitting up, crossing the ankles as you rock over the feet, or making your way into this position. Reaching your arms forward and rolling all the way down into your back. Knees bent, cleansing breath. Reclined pigeon, right foot over the left thigh. The right foot is flexed and the knees moving away from you. Grounding the left foot down. Take your hands, threading the hands through the space in your legs. So the right hand is through the space, left hand comes from the outside, squeezing the back of the thigh towards you, or interlocking the hands over the shin. Shoulders moving down and back, lengthening the back of your neck. Keep moving the right knee away from you. Right toes are still flexed.
Come back to your breath. Noticing the feeling, the sound, and the flow. And changing sides, release the hands, lower the right foot down, left foot over the right thigh, flexing the toes, knees away from you, thread the hands and squeeze the legs towards you. Airways are open. And releasing the hands, happy baby pose. Flex the feet, move the legs open, ankles stacked straight over the knees as you hold the outer edges of your feet, elbows on the insides. If you can't reach, it's fine to hold the ankles, the calves, or the back of your legs. Otherwise, outer edges of your feet, pull the knees straight down beside you. You don't want to look like this with this angle. Try to keep a right angle in the legs. Feel the spine against the mat. And gently rocking side to side. Massaging your back. Releasing the feet, lower the feet down. Let the knees windscreen wiper over to the right as you stretch the arms over your head, relaxing the shoulders down. Palms facing up, looking up to the ceiling or with eyes closed. Those cleansing breaths. And moving the knees over to the other side, your upper body stays as it is. Spinal twist, resting your arms to your sides, crossing the right leg over the left as your knees fall to the right. You can adjust yourself onto your right side so it's more comfortable, and looking in the opposite direction. So looking to the left, legs to the right. Relax the shoulders. Rolling onto your back, changing legs, left leg over right, knees are falling to your left, and looking to the right. Rolling on your back, unraveling the legs, bottoms of your feet together, knees out to the sides for Supta Baddha Konasana. Holding your elbows over your head, relaxing the shoulders down. Cleansing breath. Really sigh it out. Letting gravity do the work in this pose. Changing the grip of your elbows so that the other hand is on top. Breaking habits. And releasing your arms, hugging your knees into your chest. And release for Shavasana, corpse pose, straightening out the legs. Making any adjustments to feel comfortable, palms facing up to receive the full benefits of the practice. Closing the eyes, cleansing breath. Letting go of the fingers and the toes. Bringing a softness to your face and your jaw. And moving the tongue away from the top of the mouth if it's there. Simply noticing the breath, noticing the belly, diaphragm and chest rising and falling. Like a wave rushing in and flowing out. Noticing the subtle movements in your body as you breathe. The rising, the falling, the expanding, releasing and relaxing. And you can stay here for as long as you like. Or you can softly move your hands to your belly and gently blink the eyes open, taking your time to focus your gaze. And hugging your knees into your chest one last time. As you roll onto your side, making your way to seated. Thank you for allowing me to guide you in this practice. Namaste.